Game starts in 1999. Terrorism is an international industry. Black market is booming and governments have more and more problems with the underground mercenaries and fanatics. World needs an organization with the resources and authority to fight terrorism all over the planet. Organization like Rainbow Six. First ever Rainbow Six mission takes place in London, where the terrorist organization Free Europe seized control of the Belgian embassy. The mission is simple: retake the building with minimal civil losses. In this mission, Rainbow Six must prove their worth, and not everyone is convinced that their existence is needed. 4 two-man teams are sent into the building. They enter through main doors. At the same time, they take down the terrorists and rescue the ambassador and staff member. Next mission takes place in Congo, where Rainbow Six is sent to rescue American and European scientists in the WHO research outpost that was taken over by Hutu rebels. Outpost is run by the Horizon Corporation. Team must sneak in without alarming enemies. The key figure in this mission is a VIP named Catherine Winston. Horizon Corporation CEO also explains that Horizon is not in Africa for profits, but was asked by the World Health Organization to come up with a cure for the epidemic in West Africa. Hostages are held in an abandoned colonial villa, and only few enemy troops are actually in the building. 2 teams strike under the shadow of the night using silent guns to take down the guards. Then they assault the building, quickly taking down the terrorists and walking out the hostages. Third mission takes place in the North Sea. An organization calling itself the Phoenix Group has gained control of a petromech drilling rig. They've taken the crew as hostages and mined the rig. Rainbow Six must disarm all the explosive devices and neutralize the aggressors. Teams approach the rig's legs by inflatable boat. If the Phoenix Group spots their presence, they will blow up the place. And these guys are some serious fanatics, so they don't care they will die along. The structure has 2 levels and each has 1 bomb. Rainbow Six disarms those bombs and prevents the detonation. Another mission takes us to Brazil. American and Brazilian nationals have been kidnapped from a Horizon construction site in the Amazon rainforest. They are held in a stronghold that belongs to a drug trafficker, Ramon Calderon. Horizon works for the government there to construct a structure called the Ark that is supposed to be an airtight, self-contained biosphere. And Calderon thinks that it interferes with his business, so he tries to sabotage it. Government wants him dead. Rainbow Six, divided into 4 teams, approaches his stronghold, easily taking down the guards. Then they go through the building and take down Calderon and the rest of his mercenaries. In Barcelona, members of the radical neo-Marxist group Force 1018 have taken several families hostage at the World Park Amusement Center. Rainbow Six must rescue the kids inside from the terrorists. Spanish government pressures to prevent the operation from going public. Turns out the terrorists took over the pirate adventure ride. Park security sealed off the area. Rainbow Six gets in, quickly searches the building, takes down the terrorists, and walks hostages out of there. Meanwhile, in Hungary, the Phoenix Group sees the dam on the Slovakian border and threatens to destroy it. One of the terrorists, Roland Kunst, is willing to turn in and sell some information in exchange for his life. Rainbow Six is sent to infiltrate the dam, disarm explosives, and bring this informant out alive. So far, Kunst testified that there is an American wing of Phoenix that wasn't active before, but soon plans to introduce a biological weapon into the general population. To prevent that, the government needs information from Kunst, so rescuing him is the main objective. According to the information provided by Kunst, the Phoenix Group is running a secret biological warfare laboratory in Idaho. Rainbow Six is sent there to take over the place. John Clark, the commander of the organization, orders to act quickly as the enemy is not expecting the attack, but Catherine Winston, who was saved back in Congo and now helps Rainbow Six as an advisor, disagrees and informs that this is a level 4 facility, so the agent is airborne and highly contagious. And government advisor Annie Lang points out the mission relies only on Kunst's testimony, and if any innocent civilians get hurt, US government will be forced to disallow all knowledge of Rainbow Six actions. But Rainbow Six acts fast and efficiently and succeed in taking over the facility that turns out to be filled with armed terrorists. But in the aftermath, Rainbow Six must pursue the Phoenix leaders who escaped to a nearby airstrip and try to fly away with some biological samples. Commander informs them they must have known about this operation. Rainbow Six performs a quick and successful assault, eliminating terrorist leaders before they can take off, but this mission brings out many questions. And we find out that actually those were Ebola samples they tried to use. At this point, no one knows who is founding the Phoenix in the US, and how come the terrorists knew Rainbow Six was coming for them. Meanwhile, in Brussels, Free Europe strikes again. This time they raided a celebration honoring the first production run of new European Union currency. Dignitaries are taken hostage and must be saved. Turns out the event was secured by the same company that was hired to secure the amusement park in Spain. Rainbow Six strikes quickly and saves the hostages. But while they were on this mission, Phoenix Group kidnapped the Dr. Winston from her hotel. Thanks to the Scotland Yard, they've been tracked down to the freighter Orca Smile, anchored in Southampton Harbour, and the terrorists are threatening to blow the ship up if a boarding attempt is made. That means Rainbow Six was betrayed again, since there's no way Phoenix could have known that Catherine was working for them. Teams quietly approach the ship and manage to rescue Dr. Winston from terrorists' hands. Catherine tells that the night she was kidnapped, she figured out that the Ebola bug that Phoenix planned to use must have been delivered by a source connected to Horizon. She called Annie Lang, and Lang told her not to inform anyone else and that she will send a car to pick her up. Turns out, it's Annie Lang, the US presidential science advisor who has been implicated as Rainbow Six security leak, and she is cooperating with Phoenix Group. Rainbow Six goes to her mansion in Virginia to gather intelligence about her connection with the Phoenix Group. One of Rainbow's security members breaks into the house and places bugs on her phones. Commander also informs that Horizon Corporation might also be involved, and the phone bugs record a call between Annie and John Breitling, Horizon Corporation president. Apparently, they've been conspiring since the 70s. He's been secretly bankrolling Phoenix, while she went underground to run political interference. They plan to release the virus in 4 days and produce a pandemic all over the world. Annie went to Brazil, probably to avoid the disease. Rainbow Six is sent to San Francisco, where Horizon Corporation's central computer system is located. They infiltrate the building, break into the computer system and extract the information about the relations with Phoenix Group. The files revealed that the Phoenix Group has targeted the closing ceremonies of the Sydney Olympic Games for the virus release. Rainbow Six is sent to Australia to capture Bill Hendrickson, head of operation in global security, that is responsible for securing the Olympic Games. And by the way, it's the same company that was hired to protect the amusement park in Spain and the European Union event in Belgium. Now, they want to use the closing ceremony to spread the virus that will go worldwide through visitors who came to Sydney from all around the world. Hendricks gets ambushed on the highway, and Rainbow Six captures him for interrogation. Horizon computer files reveal that Phoenix Group is planning to fake Annie Lang's abduction to allow her to go into hiding before the virus release. Actually, the whole Rainforest 2000 project that Rainbow Six was protecting earlier from the drug lord is meant to be a hideout for Annie and people behind Phoenix. It's like a bomb shelter for biological weapons. Rainbow Six is sent to Brazil to capture Anne Lang. Right now, Phoenix Group faked the takeover of the research station and pretends they took some VIPs, including Annie, as hostage. Rainbow Six strikes under the shadow of the night, neutralizing Phoenix terrorists, securing hostages and capturing Anne Lang. Back in Sydney, Phoenix Group planted virus release devices in the air circulation system in the athletes' village. Thanks to Hendricks' intel, Rainbow Six is aware of the location of the devices, but they have to act fast and precise, because alarming the terrorists of their presence might provoke them to trigger the devices earlier than planned. They enter the village and neutralize the devices as planned, preventing the pandemic from spreading. Meanwhile, in Brazil, John Breitling and the last remnants of the Phoenix Group have barricaded themselves in the Horizon Arc, aka Rainforest 2000. Rainbow Six once again is sent there to get rid of the Phoenix once for all. They are hiding in the secret underground bunker. Team performs an assault and clears the place out of the terrorists, killing them or making them surrender. Brightling gets captured, but during the interrogation he threatens it's not over, and he wanted to do things quickly, but since they were stopped, now they're gonna use other methods like stimulating global warming and other things that will affect human extinction in a long distance anyway. Both Australian and US governments try to cover up the terrorists' attack on Olympic Village and having a mall in the White House. As for Rainbow Six, they just get back to work, as there are still many terrorist threats to deal with around the world. And that's how the game ends.
But you deserve all that and more. It's been an honor working with you.